Good morning, welcome back. Got some more Fire Emblem Three Houses. Tempted if I want to do these support levels right away. I don't know. They're kind of just been sitting here and I haven't been doing them for a while. Maybe do this one with Ingrid. I think we'll do them at the end of the video. Okay, so it is Chapter 11, which means Chapter 12 starts the war phase very soon. And that's exciting because I've definitely had enough of the Academy phase for now. I like the Academy phase and everything, just maybe don't play this game twice so close together, because there are some changes in the Academy phase, but they're not like super crazy, akin to the war phase, I should say. So, okay, marketplace is good, certifications is not good, but whatever. Still salty about losing that 89% twice last time, but it is what it is. So this is the Holy Tomb mission. I have no idea what's gonna happen here, because obviously, yeah, obviously this is like really the turning point, I guess you would call it, in the main game where the routes go their own way. So I'm not sure if we're going to be fighting Edelgard, I'm not sure if we're going to be fighting Rhea. I have no idea because the Alliance takes a neutral stance. But should be interesting. Should be very, very interesting. In fact, I'm going to make a separate save here for this one, simply because of that. I'm going to make a separate save, and I think, yeah, next week is, or next month is the start of the war phase.
You're going to receive the goddess's revelation at the Holy Tomb? That's news to me. I did not see that coming.
Lady Rhea's going too, right? I hear it will be well guarded, but is that really okay?
If Solon's allies are still around, it's certainly true that we don't know when or where they may appear.
I don't know what type of place this Holy Tomb is, but we should be cautious.
If something happens, we'll have to take matters into our own hands.
What do you think, Professor? Is it really okay for Lady Rhea to attend?
Leave it to our fearless leader to shrewdly factor in Rhea's fighting ability. You're bold, Teach. I love it. Well, the truth is, we won't know what's going to happen until it happens. All we can do is stay on our guard and play it by ear.
That's quite enough babbling, Claude. There is nobody more unfit for a holy ceremony than you.
Divine punishment won't strike us for setting foot in the Holy Tomb, right? Good grief. Why are you always so negative? Flame? Is something on your mind?
Who, me? No. It is nothing. May we all see this through to the end.
It still doesn't make sense to me. A goddess was living inside Teach, right? But now there's a ceremony to receive a revelation or whatever. How could that be necessary anymore? There must be another objective. It's pointless to speculate about it now. We'll know the answer soon enough. There isn't any danger for us students, but be careful, Teach.
Yeah, I'm sure everything's gonna be just fine.
Professor?
Kappa.
This is the Holy Tomb.
That mechanism for descending underground back there, what powers it? When I tried to come by myself, it wouldn't even budge.
This is where the goddess who created this world was laid to rest, along with her children. It is said that our creator, the goddess Sothis, sat upon this very throne. Professor, do you recognize this throne? So long. I have waited so very long for this day.
So long. I got some bad news for you, Rhea. It's not gonna work out for you, sweetheart. It's not gonna work out. Well, actually, I don't know. I assume... I don't know. Because Cyril stays with us until the 5th, it almost makes me think that we're gonna be going against Edelgard here.
Sit upon the throne.
It's almost like a spoiler.
I have no doubt
Inadvertent
you will be
spoiler in
gifted a
itself.
revelation from the goddess. Well, it was supposed to be but a step away. What could possibly be missing?
Sorry to disturb you when you're distressed, Archbishop, but it seems some uninvited guests have arrived.
Don't move, any of you. If you move, your lives will be forfeit. Thank you ever so much for guiding us this far. The Imperial Army will now take possession of everything in the Holy Tomb.
The Imperial Army? What are they doing here?
So, they knew we were heading to the Holy Tomb and followed us here. Hey, who is that standing next to the angry guy? Could that be...
The Flame Emperor. I see. So you've been allied with the Empire from the beginning.
What are they doing here? What do they hope to gain?
There's only one goal for grave robbers like these. Right, Flame Emperor? You're here to steal the treasure that rests within the Holy Tomb.
For a fool, you catch on quickly. Those crest stones will be ours. That infernal power, which is masquerading as a medicine but is truly a poison, will plague this world no longer.
Insolence! You will atone for the sin of trampling on this holy resting place. Professor, destroy these villainous traitors who dare dishonor our creator.
Doesn't look like I have a choice, so... Yeah, kind of what I expected. Because I know if you don't go with Edelgard to the Emperor, the Emperor ceremony or whatever, she doesn't even give you the choice to join with her. So this should be interesting, to say the least. Yeah, it's gonna be weird. It's gonna be really weird to be working with the church. Because hopefully I don't have to work with the church the whole time. I know this route is very long. Like, I think there's about 22 chapters to this one, compared to the 18 of the Crimson Flower. Okay, so we got... Yeah, this is a little packed in here. They're gonna start stealing shit from the left and right, if my memory serves me correctly. That's a little shitty. Let's see. Why is Lorenza... Oh, we can only have 9 people. Okay, we want people that are as agile as possible, so... Let's get Lorenz. Lorenz instead of... Probably Ignatz. Yeah, probably Ignatz. And then instead of Lysithea, we should get Raphael. Yeah, these people are all pretty good, I would say. And then my adjutant can be Lysithea, and Claude's adjutant is already Petra. And I would say Yuri can be Ignatz. Doesn't really matter. I wonder... Yeah, it seems even though we're inside a building... even though we're inside a building, we can still have flying units. Which I'm not complaining about. I highly welcome that. Or else this would be really fucking awkward.
I will not allow such violence from the Empire. Strike down the rebels and protect the Holy Tomb.
The crest stones are in the caskets! Open every last one of them!
The Holy Tomb must not be desecrated. Protect as many of the crest stones as you can.
Protect the crest
we're fighting
stones.
over who gets those crest stones. What in the world do they intend to use them for anyway?
Wouldn't you like to know, Claude? Wouldn't you like to know? Well, let's just start fucking hitting people. That's all I can say. Let's just start doing damage. It's probably in our best interest.
You're out of luck.
This should be a lot easier than the first time I did it, because I have so many agile mobile units. So I'm not actually too nervous about this, like, at all. Much less so than I was last time.
Who, me?
Ready and willing.
Claude can deal with the heathens.
Sorry, but victory is
Deal
mine.
with the heathens.
Who, me?
Ready.
Yeah, I would say Ingrid can deal with these ones on the side, too. She can take out all these guys before they even get the crest stone. See, the thing is with the crest stone, they have to walk a really far amount. Like, they have to go a long time. Also, I did pick up Vasha Mushti. The reason I picked that, or the way I picked that up was I did that one paralog battle off camera. Wasn't that interesting, so you didn't really miss out on anything. I wanted to see it, well, too bad.
Sorry. Don't know my own
Too bad, too bad.
I stand ready.
Let's keep killing these guys.
You're
We're
amazing.
nice and mobile. That's why it's so good to be mobile.
focused.
So fucking good.
Sure thing.
Surprisingly, we're not... That doesn't make sense to me. Yeah, apparently we're not in range. It's fine, whatever. Whatever.
Be gone.
Yeah, we're probably gonna get this mission done in like, unironically, like 5 minutes. Because we're in a really good position, and it helps to be playing on New Game Plus. We have like 4 masterclasses on your team before the war phase. I don't think I had 1 masterclass before the war phase last time. Yeah, I definitely didn't. Is it a little overpowered? Well, yeah, of course it is.
Take away the crest stones. All of them.
That is enough. Do you even know what those stones are?
Hate to do this to you, Edelgard, but I'm gonna have to yoink those crest stones back for myself. I like how the monsters are moving up. Wow, that guy really grabbed that all the way over there. What the fuck? Really? Okay. It's really time to kill him then.
That's the golden deer for you.
That's the golden deer. I don't think we actually make the choice if we want to ally with the church yet until we defeat Edelgard in battle. I think that's what I remember from last time too.
I put in some work.
So we may actually still have the opportunity to change this up a little bit. Those bowmen? Yes they are. Fuck that. Fuck that. So she doesn't do that much damage, weirdly enough. I don't have a gambit for you because it's really hard to get gambits. I don't know. I'm gonna take this guy out. Just gonna risk the biscuit.
I did what I had to.
Risk the biscuit.
You're outclassed.
I do not think so. Use a gambit here. This only takes out 1, which is too bad, but... Does it take out 1? It takes out 1 or 2. It took out... How many did it take out? It took out like 1.5. Eh, not optimal. Not really optimal. It's okay though. Not too worried about it.
Who's next?
So this monster gets a heal even if he attacks that turn, which is, I mean, it is whatever it is, but a little bit of annoying. A little bit sad annoying. Okay, swiped another crest stone, doesn't matter, because we're gonna kill him in like 2 seconds, so I don't care.
Never underestimate an outsider. I'm not
Gonna get you. I'm gonna get you.
I'm all sweaty.
Do we have another gambit? Yes, we do. Okay. This will get out. This will get rid of the other one too. So should be in a good position right now, actually. Yeah, pretty good position indeed. Nice. Not too bad, not too bad. Wait, did that not defeat the armor? Huh? Oh my god, really? Wow. Okay, well, fine.
Should I have held back?
It is what it is. Got some Umbral Steel for it. Very worth. Umbral Steel's broken as fuck. Perfect thing to repair your weapons with. Yeah, we have Blaze on you. We also have Blaze on Yuri, so we'll be able to actually defeat this armor really quickly here. That's why Blaze is such a good skill. It's so good. I love it so much.
May I hope?
Blaze, Raging Flames, Resonant Storm, whatever. It's all really, really nice. Really, really nice. Nice. get some more Umbral Steel. Unfortunately, we couldn't kill him, but can Raphael get there in time? No, he can't. That's too bad. That's too bad. They have a really low hit rate, by the way. You probably noticed that too. It may be the level difference, but I don't know. It's like they have like a... It's almost like a guaranteed 50% chance to miss. So it's actually kind of nuts.
It's not luck, it's fate. What's next?
Let's kill this thing. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Once you pick up the Umbral Steel, that's all that matters. Just kill it right after. Guaranteed kill. I like the level design for this. Having like the tombs on each side and everything. Kinda adds some pizzazz to it. You can probably understand now why I didn't want to take Lysithea, because she has such low mobility. And that really isn't good for this sort of map. That's a lot of mages you got there. That's a lot of mages.
Sweet dreams. Be gone.
These guys are... It'd be really funny if I had a gambit. Actually, do you have a gambit? You may. Sadly not. It's too bad.
Should have trained better.
Magnificent.
Who's next?
Yeah.
Over already?
Looking pretty good. Looking really good, actually. Yes, yes, yes. 0% chance to hit, 1 might. That is a fucking yikes. That is a fucking yikes, bro. Yeah, but you just, take it on the chin. I didn't get the kill with him. What the fuck?
Stay focused.
Oof.
Wait.
Well, that's a little, unfortunate. That's a little not too good.
Ready and willing. So you're the fabled Flame Emperor? Go ahead and enlighten me. What are you planning to do with the Crest Stones? What did you use Flame's blood for? Who's Kranya? Who's Solon?
Silence. There is no need for you to know.
Is it that mask that's to blame for your curtness? If so, maybe I should rip it off and ask again.
So she has counterattack. I know counterattack, people have told me that's like one of the most broken skills in the game.
But I will not
It lets you
my
like, it lets you literally counterattack at any range no matter what.
Ready.
I don't think it costs durability either, so. That does sound pretty busted.
Seems I
That does sound pretty fucking stupid. Whoa, who would have seen that coming?
So, the end has come.
To be fair, I did not see it coming the first time, but listen. Listen. It was hard because she was in front of me the whole time.
Is this some sick joke? The Flame Emperor is actually Edelgard?
You have disappointed me, Edelgard. To think that a descendant of House Hresvelg would dare betray the Holy Church. Professor, kill Edelgard at once. She is a danger to all of Fódlan. Such a rebellious heart cannot be allowed to keep beating.
I have achieved my objective. I will retreat. Farewell, Professor. If we meet again, it will be on the battlefield. Come, Hubert.
To flee is futile, wicked girl. The Church of Seiros will raise its entire army against you until you have been captured and punished. You have defiled the Holy Tomb, dishonored the goddess, and humiliated your brethren. That crime will never be erased. Even if you burn in the eternal flames and spill all of your blood into the goddess's soil. Come, Professor. Let us return and decide upon our next course of action.
Okay, I think that was a little bit of an exaggeration, maybe, you know? You could probably take it down. We're at like a 10 right now. I think you could take it down to like a 3. Maybe a 4 if we're feeling extra energetic. It does kind of suck I didn't have it.
I'm not exactly on friendly terms with the princess, but I do have a few questions for her.
Yeah.
Edelgard said that the crest stones represent power. That means she knows how to use them. She almost certainly knows other secrets of Fódlan as well. Once things calm down a bit, there's a lot more that Rhea needs to tell us.
Yeah, I am hoping that...
I just hope there's still time. I have this strange feeling that history is being written. That an age of anarchy is upon us. Let's hope I'm mistaken.
It's gonna take a lot to convince me that Edelgard is in the wrong. Because I 100% agree that Rhea is fucking awful.
The leaders of the church have misused its creed to fulfill their true desire. To rule the world. They have fooled the people of Fódlan. Long ago, they divided the Empire to create a kingdom. And then, divided that kingdom to create an alliance. They did all of this to make the masses bicker amongst themselves. They caused instability in order to reinforce their own authority. They gathered gold and lived in extravagance. How? By preying on the devotion of those who wished for the goddess's salvation. Those corrupt hypocrites cannot lead Fódlan to true peace. Their foul belief system must be torn asunder so that true wisdom may finally prevail. And so, I have decided, by order of the Adrestian Emperor, Edelgard von Hresvelg, the Empire hereby declares war on the Church of Seiros.
I cannot believe it. Let us recount the situation as it stands, Professor. After you returned from the Holy Tomb, the Adrestian Empire declared war upon the Church of Seiros, as well as our allies. Edelgard demanded her own father relinquish the throne, and then assumed the position of Emperor. She has deemed the Church of Seiros to be an evil of this world, and is calling upon the people of Fódlan to help her tear it down. I must discuss our response to this declaration with the Archbishop, after the Knights return from their investigation. Until then, watch over the students. See that they remain calm.
I heard what happened, Teach. The princess, well, the Emperor now, she really did it, didn't she? The lords and dukes of both the kingdom and the alliance have been called out, and now have to choose between the church and the empire. The seed of conflict was always there, and now we find ourselves in the middle of a war that will tear Fódlan in two.
The Empire is rash, but I never thought it would come to this. How could something like this happen? I hope everyone back home is safe. I'm sure it's mass confusion at home right now. My brother must be worried sick about me.
You're absolutely right, Teach. I'm sure a lot of us are worried about our homes, but all we can do for now is prepare for battle and tread carefully.
Pretty cool little speech, I do say. Pretty cool one by our good friend Edelgard there. I don't know, man. I already kind of regret doing this. It's like they didn't even give me a choice. Like they couldn't. Hopefully there is a choice to be made, because at this point I don't want to just be the church's lackey. There's got to be something that differentiates Dimitri's route from this route. I imagine down the line, hopefully, because they said the alliance maintains neutrality. So I don't know. We'll see. But so far, don't have the highest of hopes for it.
Part 1. White Clouds. Lone Moon. To war. Together, the people of Fódlan relish the beauty of the brilliant moon overhead as another year ends. They recall sad partings and new acquaintances alike, but each person must still walk their chosen path alone. With each day, the presence of spring grows stronger, and yet a lone moon still haunts the sky, a silent reminder perhaps of some inescapable truth.
I don't know. I don't know about this one. We'll see. I'll give it some time, of course, and we'll obviously play through it. But they've got to teach me. They've got to convince me that Edelgard is not right. They've got some work to do. We did receive funding, so we do stay at the church on this day, which is kind of funny. Yeah, that is kind of funny actually. So I guess Edelgard and Hubert will not be around anymore.
Unforgivable! I cannot fathom that the Adrestian Empire would embark on such a violent course of action.
The fault is my own. I failed to see the wickedness within Edelgard's heart. She plotted with ill-meaning strangers to achieve her own ambitions and defiled the holy tomb. If that is not wicked, what is? Or perhaps her ambitions are even grander than we know. Perhaps she is planning to make herself a false deity by demonizing the Church of Seiros.
Adrestia received its very name through a divine oracle. To injure the goddess is a sin most foul that shall not be forgiven, nor forgotten. We must stop the Empire, and quickly.
I have returned, Rhea.
Welcome back, Shamir. Were you able to discern the Empire's movements?
Their main troops are marching towards Garreg Mach. It is said that they will join forces with Edelgard's army and arrive within 2 weeks.
2 weeks? That is not enough time. It will require all of our efforts just to prepare our defenses before then. We must send notice to all surrounding villages at once. We must order the residents of Garreg Mach to flee for their lives.
It will be done.
Professor, listen closely. If our enemy invades the monastery, I will have no choice but to stand upon the battlefield. If something happens to me, I am entrusting my sacred duties to you. You must have guessed it by now. The truth of who you are. Or perhaps I should say, your lost memories are surely beginning to return. I have acted all these long years as a mere proxy for you. But the duty is yours, and yours alone. Only you can lead the people of Fódlan.
Rhea, please. You must tell me all that you know. I beg of you. That one is the progenitor god. Am I correct?
In a sense. Our dear professor is a vessel. One who carries the power of the progenitor god within. In time, the vessel will become one with the power contained within, and the progenitor god shall return to this world.
I see. I trust that you are aware of the questionable nature of this experiment. But I suppose there is no turning back.
I ask that you help our friend. And in doing so, help her. I am waiting and hoping for the moment when our creator rules this wayward land once more.
I understand. As ever, I will take you at your word.
Lady Rhea, brother, I will do my part as well.
Flame, were you eavesdropping? Regardless, I am glad to hear it. You owe your life to the Professor after all. And in the end, they may prove to be our brethren.
You have my gratitude, Seteth. And you as well, Flame. As followers of the Progenitor God, it is up to us to see our mission through.
I mean, it's very interesting to say the least, because obviously we stay at the church, and instead of, what was that time? Like, we went to that out camp or something, where we didn't have access to any, like, the services. Ooh, we got some, like, war music going on. Alright, alright. We'll take this time to explore. Actually, is there any new paralog battles? Nope, still that same one. Okay, fine. Take the time to explore right now. It is very quiet around here. In fact, it would be much quieter if I didn't, if I obviously didn't recruit so many people.
We must protect Garreg Mach. Defiling the holy tomb was a sacrilege. I will not allow such a thing to happen again. The Archbishop has already given you a new responsibility. I want you to rise to that honor. I have something to ask.
We have been scouting the makeup of the Imperial Army, but much is still unclear. Any information you could provide would be of great help. Okay, I could do that. Steel shield and elixir. Okay, we're finally getting some good items, which makes me think that there is a possibility that we have, there is a possibility that, how do you say it? Fuck, why can I not think? That we may have access to on-shop, soon.
Excuse me. How are you, Professor? Any new changes to report? With the Imperial Army drawing near, it is most vexing that we cannot relax and converse as we once did. Thankfully, you have the divine protection of the goddess on your side. Please try to listen carefully for her voice.
I can't hear a thing. Imagine saying that to her, she gets so pissed. She'd... What the fuck? She would turn into the Immaculate One in like 1 second. I can't hear a fucking thing. Who's this goddess you speak of anyway? Is that bitch I killed? And that was the end of my professorship.
To think Edelgard was somehow connected to the captain's murderer.
That is pretty fucked up. I know I didn't speak about this, obviously, in my dressing playthrough. But the fact that Edelgard, like, she never brought up the fact that, you know, Geralt died because of the people she was involved with. Or maybe she did, but it was very small.
Well, perhaps it's pointless to get upset about the past. My duty now is to prepare for battle. We're depending on your strength, Professor. Crush our enemies.
Yes. I'm depending on you.
Captain, I hope you're watching. We will protect Garreg Mach.
Look forward to it, buddy. Look forward to it. I see Seteth has taken up a residence.
The Holy Tomb held many crest stones. This is the first time I've heard of crest stones being hidden away in such a place. But more importantly, I'm interested to know the Empire's aim. Why would their army desire crest stones? There is power there, yes. And yet, I must think on this. The crest stones lie at the heart of the events surrounding Conan Tower and the chapel as well. And of course, the crest stones somehow transform those traitors and their captives into demonic beasts. Could that possibly be their aim? The Empire's army may well plan to use crest stones to create demonic beasts.
You think you got that mixed up with somebody else? Because last time I checked, Edelgard was not into that. If anything, I think the Holy Kingdom of Fargus may be responsible for such a dastardly deed.
mastermind behind the attacks on the monastery was Edelgard? Wow. Doesn't make much sense though, does it? There would need to be all sorts of territories and groups tangled up in this sort of mess. I'm gonna stop. I don't really have the head for this political stuff. Mostly I'm worried about my old opera company. I wonder what's happening in the capital right now. I hope they're safe.
I'm sure they are. They just need to adhere to Grand Emperor Edelgard, and this should be fine. Yeah, so obviously we're going to talk to all these people because they have lots of new things to say to me, considering we are pretty much in the war phase by now, I would say.
So Edelgard, the one who calls herself the Flame Emperor, was connected to those strange beings. The Imperial Army might be using even more terrifying methods than we know. You had better be cautious, Professor. Any amount of carelessness might prove to be our undoing.
Very true. Very, very true. What supports do we have, by the way? We'll do these at the end of the video. Definitely. We still have many people to talk to, though. I wonder if Garreg Mach stays alive during the 5 years or not. That is something to think about. I'm not sure.
Professor.
Today is the choir festival. Oh boy, the choir festival. Isn't that something? Let's go do ourselves a choir festival. Enjoy this monastery while we still have it. We also do. I didn't realize we get authority for doing the choir festival. I'm not sure why, but. You okay, buddy?
I'll have that girl's head. Just you wait.
What the fuck? Okay. That's a little dark, wouldn't you say?
I guess we have no choice but to fight, have we? Oh, but why would Edelgard do something like this? I'm sure we'll be all right, though, Professor. The goddess will keep us safe.
The goddess will keep us safe. Totally. You are not very happy over here, are you? Yeah, you're mumbling some questionable things to yourself, my friends.
Can we really defeat someone who is willing to turn their back on the world just to uphold their own beliefs? I've spent my whole life running in fear, and now Surely we can win if we rely on each other, right, Professor?
Professor, war is breaking out again, is it not? An honorable notion. Do you think there is something to be done? Whatever shall we do? I never wanted another war. All we can do is steel ourselves for the fight ahead.
Oh god. God, oh god. Another war. Yeah, it's not looking so good, is it, kiddies? You're growing up real quick.
Hello there.
Hello there.
How dare they threaten the goddess? Such a vile act cannot be forgiven. There is no need to worry, I promise you that. Divine punishment will surely fall upon them.
Oh yeah, there is that one
In the days
ability
of yore,
where like
the
Rhea
goddess would
like
grow
summoned,
angry with such insolent fools
destroyed a
and roast
kingdom
them
or
in
something.
ALL.
Yeah, I remember that now. My fellow students have called me dour. Okay, that's Felix. Pre-battle nerves. Yeah, of course. No, I think that's Marion, maybe? I don't know. I don't know who that is, yeah. Wow, I'm very surprised she liked that one. Very surprised. We'll go visit the Abyss too, because I want to see if there's those new options available to us.
That girl's starting an all-out war, isn't she? But an enemy is an enemy, no matter who they are. Don't let compassion for her get in your way.
That's a little tough. That's tough to ask of me. That's not easy.
If I could go back to last month and throttle my carefree self. Now it turns out Edelgard is the Flame Emperor and the new Adrestian Emperor. And she's striking out against the monastery, with the full force of the Imperial Army behind her. We gotta beat her at her own game. For our sake as well as Lady Rhea's.
Yeah, well, maybe. We'll see about it.
I thought we'd all be really busy with assignments and getting ready for graduation. But now that things have turned out like this, I guess there's nothing to do but fight.
I don't normally have a problem jumping into a fight, but it feels strange going up against my father. We aren't especially close, but he's not an opponent I'd want to face. I'd almost rather fight a monster. I hope he's not part of the group coming to attack Garreg Mach.
You know, this really makes me wish that I had way more people on my team when I was doing my Dressian playthrough. Because I think it would have been cool to hear everybody's response and everything to why they went with Edelgard, if that makes sense. That would have been pretty cool. What a shame. What a shame.
What? There are always small power struggles, still. It has been hundreds of years since all of Fódlan was consumed by war. I didn't actually think it would come to this. I feel as though I'm not in my rightful place. I cannot protect the things I should, Professor. If I survive this war, I wish to return to my homeland, to the land of my king.
Return of the king. Aragorn.
Hey, we're falling behind. I don't know that we can keep up with the new Emperor. To think that she was able to raise an army of that size right under our noses. However hard we fight, I give us a 50% chance of winning. The enemy has too many advantages. We must make careful preparations.
I'd say 50-50 is a pretty good chance. I think most people, if you ask them before they went into war, they'd probably be pretty happy with 50%. Also, I can imagine that Ferdinand's gonna be like, yeah, I'm so happy we're going against Edelgard.
Half of the Empire's 6 great noble families have declared their support for Edelgard. Of the other 3, Lord Vestra was assassinated. Hubert, his son, will succeed him. Bernadetta's father, Count Varley, is under house arrest. His wife is now supporting Edelgard. And my father, he was stripped of his role as Prime Minister. As a result, House Eyre has lost all of its power, all of its lands. We have lost everything. What do I do?
A little bit of a midlife crisis. Is that what that sounds like to me? Except you're, not 40 years old. You're like 14 years old.
Pardon me.
Yeah, that's kind of an issue.
Hi. I cannot believe our negligence allowed the Empire to invade. Edelgard probably gathered her soldiers in Garreg Mach, intending to do this from the start. Soldiers disguised as merchants and pilgrims to avoid suspicion, infiltrating the entire area little by little. They couldn't be better prepared. We'll have a tough time winning this one, I'm afraid.
Yeah, it's pretty true. It's pretty true. The whole team, or whatever, all of Fódlan was not really paying attention at all. Which is pretty embarrassing. Pretty embarrassing indeed. Go see Ignatz. Hopefully, please, fucking A, please have the shop open.
Well, I'll be. I can't believe the Empire raised an army. Even I couldn't have guessed it. War is profitable, but dangerous. I really don't like seeing people I care about out there mixed up in all this. Hey!
Oh, yay, this quest again. I think... Man, I really want that shop to be open. Because I know she has a ton of good stuff.
Professor. You know, Professor? I'm glad that I came to the Officers' Academy. I feel accepted here. I've learned so much. Honestly, I'm surprised at how much I've grown. So, I will not let the Academy be destroyed. It's important to me, and I will protect it. I feel braver just hearing you say that, Professor. We're gonna win this, Professor.
Yeah, by win it, we mean join Edelgard, right? Right, guys? This is all just a big meme. We're really gonna join Edelgard and everything will be fine. Please. What is today's special? Well, I don't really care. No, not in the mood for food. I'm just not feeling it.
I hear the Alliance's territory will be in danger if we don't get rid of these Empire guys. If the Alliance is in danger, that means my sister's in danger too. There's no way I'm gonna allow that. It doesn't matter how many guys they throw at us. I'll beat them all. These muscles aren't just for show. But first, I gotta get some food.
First I gotta get some food, partner, because I'm a-starving.
The most important nobles in the Empire are known for taking power from the previous Emperor. my father included. I didn't think it possible that the Imperial Princess could ascend the throne so easily. However, it seems that both my father and Caspar's are supporting Edelgard. Having both the Minister of Domestic Affairs and Minister of Military Affairs on your side gives you total control over the Empire's military and finances. You must have been making preparations for quite some time without anyone noticing.
Yeah, the fact that nobody noticed, like I said, is really, really embarrassing. Like, that actually makes zero sense at all. We almost deserve it. In fact, we definitely do deserve it for being so careless when it comes to... Like, there's no one was observing anything. Like, no troop movements. No lords or anything. Just like, nah, nothing.
To think that the Flame Emperor was Edelgard all along. Flame's abduction? Geralt's murder? The turmoil in Remire Village? Whether or not she was the mastermind behind what happened, it at least seems like she was involved. And yet she was able to remain so composed while she was enrolled at the Officers' Academy.
Is that Bernie out of her room? That is, that's always a bad sign. Whenever Bernie's out of her room, that's when you know shit's getting real. Look at all these shitty seeds, man. I don't want those shitty seeds.
What does war with Edelgard mean for us, Professor? And why does she even want that? I wonder why she'd think that. That's how it always goes, I guess. You never realize something can't be undone until you've done it.
Very true. Very, very true. Speaking from the heart there, Bernie. Okay, so we probably turn in that quest to Sethith, and then we got a few more people to talk to the Academy. Reception hall, and then we should be good, A-okay, good.
Well done. You have my thanks.
A lot more people have been coming and going as of late. Perhaps we could secure some new information. Time to, okay, cool. Nice. That's the only quest for this month, it would seem. Which is fine. That's also a lot of people in the Officers' Academy. That's a lot of them.
Dear me. Edelgard became Emperor and raised an army, huh? Who knew the kid had it in her? I mean, yeah, of course, I knew she'd be Emperor eventually, but the more I think about it, the more surprised I am. I wonder who's gonna win.
We will not lose.
Thinking about it makes me scared. We're up against the entire Imperial army. Still, I know someone as smart as you will figure something out.
Notice I have a purple or like a blue knife. Oh, I don't recall having that before. Maybe I did have it before though and I just never noticed. Not too sure.
Things must be pretty crazy in Fargus about now. My father must be beside himself. I don't get it. Why did Edelgard make enemies with the nobles? Ideals she believed in so much, she was willing to start a war over them? Those must be some lofty ideals, to say the least.
I mean, have you met Edelgard, bro? Like, have you been paying attention to her at all? That's kind of her personality, exactly. It's like, really?
Once the Imperial army reaches the monastery, we'll have no choice but to fight.
What's going to happen to us?
Everything will be fine.
With the knights on our side, and especially with you, Professor, I know we can do this.
You guys gotta fucking pull your shit together, alright? We got like a battle. We got battles coming. We got war coming.
Yes. His Highness calls for the head of Edelgard. For me, that is cause enough to fight. The hatred of His Highness is also my hatred. Any other feelings I may have are irrelevant.
Are you a robot, bro? Like, come on. You gotta think for yourself, man.
If Edelgard was responsible in any way for the tragedy of Duscur, that is something I cannot ignore. If that is the case, then she is my enemy.
Professor, I guess it's easy for me to say this now. I'm so glad I'm from the Alliance. I had no idea Edelgard was so scary. And Dimitri seems totally different than before. I wouldn't bend a knee to either of them.
That's why I like you, Hilda.
Well, I definitely don't hate him. He rarely takes things seriously. But somehow, I just know we can always rely on him. Well, If we're forced to protect this place, our future's going to be dark no matter what.
I bet you if you did Dimitri's route, obviously I don't want this to be told to me, but I bet you if you did his route, he would be like, he'd be similar to Edelgard. Like, he would be killing people. Which is, pretty dark.
The Empire's aggression cannot stand. But if we are going to attack them now, we must be honest with ourselves about our chances of success. It goes without saying that I will fight the Imperial Army with everything I have for as long as I am able. But House Gloucester's territory is adjacent to Imperial lands. Let us proceed with caution.
Let us proceed with caution indeed. Alrighty, so I think we have actually talked to... Oh no, Claude. Wouldn't that be bad? We didn't even talk to Claude. That'd be a little bit awkward.
I see. The Empire is moving quickly. Edelgard must have been preparing for this for a while now. If you really think about it, she must have been planning for this even before you got the Sword of the Creator. Of course she was always a step ahead of us. We were blinded by the ball and the battle of the eagle and lion and everything else. I refuse to go down like this though. So let's do something about it. What do you say? It's you and me, Teach. We've got this.
We've got this. I got this.
What is Edelgard even trying to achieve? She wants to destroy the church so badly that she'll take on anyone who doesn't fall in line? I don't get it.
Seems pretty, yeah, seems pretty generic to me.
I just can't believe she'd start a war over it. Not to mention using such nasty tactics to get her way. Could Captain
Nasty
Gerald's death
tactics.
have also been a part of her plan?
No, that was
Don't
not a
you
part
go
of her
and die
plan.
on me, Professor. Captain Gerald would never forgive you.
Listen, I don't appreciate all this shit-talking of my romance option from last time, okay? We're gonna have to take a step back on that. Alright, you fucking losers? Alright, sitting around with your battle of the eagle and lion doing nothing? Eh? Eh?
I have had the arrival of a letter from Edelgard. She is asking that I join her side. She is making the decision. No, she is deciding if Bridget is a friend or an enemy of the Empire. But my choice is not to be friends. My choice is to fight with you. Bridget is not a friend of the Empire. We will not be following again. We will be ready to fight with you instead.
Isn't that lovely? Isn't that just lovely? Alrighty, good time to end this one. Next time you see me, I think we'll be doing... Take a look at the calendar real quick. We shall be doing... I think I'll just fast forward to, probably this. Wait, what'd that say? Merchant shop, okay. Yeah, I'll probably just fast forward until the Imperial invasion, because I don't think anything else... I don't think anything else will come up, but if it does, then I'll let you know. Let's do these supports in the meantime, though. That would be smart. Let's do a couple of these. Do this one.
Ugh. Will Father never learn? All of these useless letters are only creating more rubbish in the world. Professor? Oh, I didn't see you standing there. My apologies. Oh, that paper. Well, Yes, it was. It was a letter from my father. I understand where you're coming from here, but I have no need of such things. It isn't like anything of importance was written on it. Curious? I suppose there's no harm in allowing you to read it. Go on then.
My dearest daughter, Ingrid. Are you well? I trust that you are behaving yourself and refraining from causing trouble for others. Things on the home front are in order. The marriage proposal for you and the Viscount's son should be prepared soon. Although, I am quite certain there are many superior candidates at Garreg Mach Monastery. As you know, the very survival of our family is dependent upon whom you marry. You are the only one left in the family who can make things right. We are all counting on you. Do not lose sight of what truly matters.
Yes. Perhaps you found it somewhat entertaining. I've told you that we've never been very well off financially. My noble family, House Galatea, branched off from House Daphne in the Alliance. Shortly after, we were lucky enough to receive the support of the royal family, allowing us to attain nobility, to some extent. But the territory we watch over is poor, its harvest meager, and our noble blood too has grown thin. Neither my father nor my brothers bear a crest. I, however, do bear a crest. Because of this, my father sees me as our family's one hope for the future. A crest is highly prized among nobles. Were I to marry into a greater noble family, that financial support could soothe our woes. Thank you, Professor. Your sentiment alone is a great comfort to me. Despite my own feelings, I understand his approach to all this. It isn't that he doesn't care for me. I understand it very, very well, which is why I apologize, Professor. I must be going.
Aw, it's kind of sad. So many of these, I know some women especially have such terrible fathers. It does make sense from a historical standpoint because obviously the father just wanted to marry off the daughter like instantly. Which is pretty fucked up. That is the way it went though.
Picking wildflowers? Seems such a common activity for someone like you.
To me, the most beautiful flower is the one that blossoms by its own strength. Lysithea, please accept this as...
Knock it off! Sorry. It's just that the thorns are a bit sharp, and I'm not a fan of killing nature.
True sympathy, even for the smallest wildflower. I admire your kindness. When you inherit your house, that kindness will be a balm to your subjects. They and the neighboring lords will trust you instinctively.
Politics. Again.
The Alliance has been harmed in the past by lords who thought only of themselves, who saw others as a means to an end. But you understand others' pain. With you around, I am quite hopeful that the Alliance will flourish again.
That's not something you should get your hopes up about. House Ordelia will end with my father.
I'm sorry? I understand you have a distaste for politics, but could you really allow a noble house 3 centuries old to fall to ruin? This goes beyond you and even your house. What would become of Fódlan if all its noble houses withered away in such a manner? The people would be in disarray. The balance of power would crumble. Chaos would rule.
No, it's just... my body, unfortunately, is not built to last, and I have no siblings. When I die, that's the end.
What?
Noble birth has been nothing but a source of pain for me. For me, and for my parents. We got sucked into the rebellion in the Empire, and it led to many responsibilities for us. The things we went through. I can hardly bear to speak of it. All I want now is to give my mother and father the chance to live out their years in peace. I intend to do whatever I can to ease the hardships of our people, while I still have life left in me. Naturally, I worry about what will come to pass after I'm gone. But I'm sure things will work out, so long as there are people like you around working so hard for a better future.
So you have been thinking of the future, even despite all of that. I am so sorry. I had no idea. Lysithea, I have offended you most persistently. Please find it in your heart to forgive my impudence.
Don't worry about it. If you're so insistent upon being my friend, I'm sure more tasty snacks and tea will help persuade me. But if speaking of the future holds such importance, better to find someone who actually has one.
I understand. Yes, let's take tea together again soon.
Well, that was, somewhat depressing, you could say. But, you know, it's good. Learn about each other. Learn about each other indeed. Let's see, Sylvain. You know, I don't really care about inter-house relationships. I know that sounds pretty weird, but... no, I don't feel like they're gonna have... Whenever I see C and B, I always think there's not gonna be a huge relationship going on there. Because I think if it was a better relationship, then it would go up to A. Or maybe like Lorenz, where it goes up to C, 2 Bs, and then A. 2B. But yeah, that's gonna be it for this one, guys. We're officially in the war phase, which is pretty cool, and be interesting to see what we have next time. Until then.